And I'll be the third one to say welcome and good morning. I would like to congratulate you all. This is a wonderful venue. You've got a great audience here, and I had no idea this existed. So I'm thankful that Sharon got in touch with me and found me, and I'm just honored to be here. We'll go through fairly quickly, but if you have questions, probably best to save them for the very end, not at intermission. At intermission, I will be taking out artifacts and coins for you to see as well. But for now, I do have books on the table, which I'll explain as I go through. But again, any kind of questions, just please save them up. So let me give you just a quick background about myself. I am a native Floridian. I was born and raised in Woodland Park, yes. There are not too many of us, actually.
No, there aren't.
And especially where I live. But the reason I'm there is because my father, he was a college professor for a number of years and ended up teaching at Rollins College in Winter Park. He was a professor of Spanish and Romance languages, but he was also the director of overseas programs. So he was in charge of taking students to various foreign countries, and the ones in particular that he liked, obviously, were the Spanish countries. Spain and Colombia in particular, and he had always had an interest in coins, but while he was in Colombia, and this was right around 1980, 1979, there was a big gold rush going on then, and a silver market rush as well, and he really got into it, and eventually he decided he liked all the coin dealers better than the professors that he was working with. Then there were some political things that went on at Rollins College as well, but the long and short of it is that he started a business. When I look back on it, it was right when I was in high school and a risky time that he could have been gambling away my college fund, but it all worked out just fine. The other thing that I didn't realize as that was all going on was that I was in effect interning for him. I spent all my summers helping him out, going to coin shows and learning without realizing it. And so by the time I graduated from college with a degree that had nothing to do with any of this, my best prospect was to join him, and that's exactly what I did. His big claim to fame, at least in this particular business, or I would say part of the coin business, was this book right here, The Practical Book of Cobbs. Because he was an academic, we've published a number of books in the field of Spanish, but he had a flair for explaining. And these were coins that people did not understand very well. They were kind of obscure, very hard to decipher, and he broke the code for people. And it happened to be right at the time, as we'll see, when Mel Fisher found the Atocha. These coins were becoming popular. So just excellent timing all around. I helped him with the second edition, then we co-authored the third edition, and then what you see on the table here and in the picture, that's the final edition, I call it. It's the fourth edition. I've been working on a much bigger project since then, which eventually will come out, but it's the primer for this type of coinage, which we'll get into. As Fran mentioned, I've done 36 auctions since I started auction business, which was a change in 2007. And they've just gotten bigger and bigger. We just hit a $5 million mark with our last auction in November. But I'm also busy all the time with editing. I'm a continuing editor for The Numismatist. Anyone who's a member of the American Numismatic Association knows that's their monthly magazine. And then also, I do a lot of, I won't say charity work, but I do a lot of volunteer work within the industry. Not just for the ANA, but also the ANS in New York and the